Found the newspaper I was looking for quite a while back. I did a video on the Stoddard Pack Bridge. What it was a swinging suspension bit bridge across the river going into the wilderness. It was a horse and foot bridge. It was too narrow to drive a truck across or a car, and you can't legally do that. Once you cross that bridge and you're into the wilderness area, that is designated wilderness. You can't have anything with wheels, even a rolling game cart or a wheelbarrow or anything like that, bicycle, any of those things. That's all not legal. Nothing motorized. You can't have a gas engine, chainsaw. You can't have car. You can't have anything. I don't know how they get away with it, but there are a couple of airstrips back there, and they do allow airplanes to fly in there, small ones, and that's it. He can't go from there. Hillbilly's got that electric bicycle, and that wouldn't be allowed either. It's motorized, and it's got wheels. So anyway, you either walk in there or you go horseback, and this bridge was a very important bridge for getting back into that corner of the wilderness. You can't really do it. The river, people do swim the horses across, but it's real dangerous. And then coming back in middle of November, the hunting season ends November 8th. Back there, I don't know, the season might be a little different, but there's ice in the river. It's cold, You really need that bridge. Well, it had been there for roughly 100 years, not quite 100 years, and they decided that it needed to be rebuilt. And it wasn't bad. Me and Cindy had walked across it, I don't know, that summer or earlier the year before, and it was in good shape. It wasn't dangerous or anything like that. But they decided they needed to rebuild it, and so they tore it all apart, and there it sat for couple of years, if I remember right, at least a year, because they decided that the cables needed to be replaced too, and the little cable, the stands, the little towers they weren't little, the big towers that the cable was supported on either end, and they needed to all be replaced, and so it was quite a deal to fix up this bridge, and they finally got it done. And then about a year it stood, maybe not even quite a year. And then this happened. So this landslide causes Pack Bridge to break apart. What happened? The big old rock come tumbling off the hill, hit the bridge support, and collapsed it, and it all fell into the river. It's dark in here. I don't know if you can really see these or not. Well, that's the tower with the bridge hanging off into the river. There it is down in the river. They said they were going to fix that and rebuild it again. Now, this newspaper article is from March 2017. So it's been 8 years since that happened, and they still haven't rebuilt it. I don't know if they're going to. Last year, I think it was last year, they said they were going to get back to work and building that and fixing it. And if I remember right, they brought some material down there so they could do it, and then nothing ever came of it. They didn't do it, and the bridge supports and stuff are not there. So I don't know what the deal is, if they're ever going to fix that or not. But They really should. It was a well-used bridge. A lot of hunters and things went across that, and a lot of hikers and things, and it got a lot of use. It's also kind of a needed thing for emergencies. If somebody is hurt or whatever, you can't really get to them any other way. You'd have to go up and around, and it's a long ways any other direction. But the wilderness is big. I mean, that's just one little tiny corner of it. So there's other ways to get in and out of there, but that was a pretty important bridge. I hope they rebuild it. But anyway, guys, I don't have a whole lot. My neighbor, he asked me about a paper patch bullet mold. If you don't know what that is, back in the black powder days of buffalo hunting days and stuff like that, you know, back then they didn't have jacketed bullets. And this is one of the first jacketed bullets that they come up with. That's paper, that white stripe. It's not copper. It's, you know, the newer ones they have nowadays are copper. That's paper. And what the deal is that paper rubs on your barrel and it keeps the lead from touching the barrel, so you don't get problems with leading. Uh-oh, that's Cindy. Dinner's ready. Hello.
Dinner's ready.
Okay, be right there.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Well, I gotta go. Anyhow, you don't have the trouble with the lead touching the barrel and shaving off and plugging up your rifling. Same reason why they have copper on them now. But that's what they look like. Most cast bullets have grooves in them. Like this one. This is the one that I use the most. It has grooves in it. See those rings on the back end of the bullet? And that's for holding bullet lube. And that helps to keep the leading away and that kind of stuff. This is a whole different system. Instead of having grease grooves, you have that paper, and the grease sits back in a little disc behind the bullet. And it's kind of a chore to make those. You have to mold the bullets. And then this is a little template that you trace the paper out on. You cut that out, and then you roll them up and put the grease behind the bullet before you load it. And I don't know, it's kind of fun. It works pretty well, but they come up with a better way. There's the jacketed bullets and things now, and they even, for a while, they even had a wire patched bullet where they had copper wire that was wrapped around your bullet. And anyway, that's something for another day. Cindy's going to shoot me if I don't get in there for dinner. So have a great day, folks, and see you tomorrow. Bye.